Welcome back, students. So again, we're going to look at another game. This one was Coach versus Alois. In this game, Alois actually played really well, but then he made one really bad mistake, which basically led to him losing the game quickly. And remember what we said about fighting for these 4 important squares and castling early and making sure you have your king is safe. All right, so let's go into the game and see what happened in the game. All right, so this is Alois. Alois played e4. That was good. E4, e5. Nice. Yes, knights first, and then other pieces, then the bishops and the queen comes out. All right, so this was all good by Alois. Knights, bishop, takes. So up until this point, I don't have much complaints. All right, it was fairly good, but then by taking that knight, he allowed black the possibility of pushing and controlling this center with these 2 pawns. All right, so I think maybe that quick take on the quick bishop takes knight was a bit too early, but still is okay. Castles, this was correct. Early castling, king safety is very important. Bishop, right? Bishop g4. Again, remember what I said about the pin. A pin is a very powerful tool that we use to gain a material. All right, so let's see what happened. 7, he played d3. After that, then I castled. All right, after castling, he played his bishop. Then I played my bishop. All right, so these were both okay moves. All right, there's, well, it's not a pin, but it's more like a half pin, but this is an actual pin on his queen, so this knight really can't move. All right, so then he played h3, trying to get rid of this piece, which is putting this pin here. And then what did I do? I took, and then I took, like in the previous game that I was analyzing, I said doubled pawns here and isolated pawns are a major weakness. All right, so as you can see here, this is now a weakness. All right, so this is the main weakness that he did in this game, and now I'm going to find a way to exploit this weakness. All right, and the way I'm going to do it is I'm going to use my queen and my knight to launch an attack on this exposed king. All right, so this king is now exposed. It's exposed because there are no pawns in front of it here protecting it. All right, so the whole idea behind castling is to have these 3 pawns, all right, and a rook protecting, creating a shield in front of the king. That's the whole point of castling. All right, now that shield has been destroyed, so I'm now going to proceed and exploit those weaknesses. All right, so knight h5. I want to get rid of this piece which was pinning my knight, so I want to exchange it off. All right, queen exchange, fair exchange. All right, now look at the way the move that I'm going to play. Next move, I'm going to play knight f4. My knight is now threatening this square. It's also threatening that square. It's also threatening this pawn here. Notice the way this pawn here is so weak. It's so unprotected. There's no piece protecting this pawn. right? It literally needs the king to protect it. And then here my knight is also able to reach here. Okay, so let's see what he played. He played b4. He's not aware of the danger that's coming this side. So next move was queen g5 check. All right, so this is now check. Okay, my queen is attacking his king and he's forced to move away, and then the next move was checkmate. All right, okay, so can you see how one simple mistake of not protecting your queen so well, your king so well, can lead into an early loss in a game of chess. All right, so like I said earlier, the king should be surrounded. As you can see here on my king, it's well protected. It's got 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces shielding it. Okay, so this is a shield. This is why we want to do early castling, so that our pieces, our king, which is the most important piece, is protected. All right, so in this game, what you can take away is you have to make sure that your king is safe. So let's go back to where he made that error. So here, this is where he made the error. Bishop takes. All right, he took with a pawn. This was the error. This move here, that was the error. This move, bishop takes pawn, pawn takes bishop, that was the error. So what should he have played? He should have played something like this: queen captures bishop. All right, so let's see. Right, so this was still going to be okay for white. He would still have his pawns in front of his king. All right, and then the rook is still close by. So now the king, the queen, the king is still safe behind the wall of pawns. All right, so that attack wouldn't be able to be launched because the king was well protected. All right, so that's something you should take note of. That's a simple tactical mistake that he made there, and I'm sure if he learns from that and makes sure that next time this wall in front of the king always remains intact. All right, so thank you for watching.